I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We are joined by Derpalolich. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Derpalolich. I am a country VTuber. My VTuber represents Canada, so I am trying to make my VTuber persona represent Canada in many ways, as a representation, because everyone's unique and all of that. So I thought it was like something cool I can go with.
Oh, absolutely. I just found out fairly recently. I have a lot of family that came through Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some folks from that fought on the British Canadian side in the Battle of 1812.
Yeah.
Yeah, and folks who with the last name of Levesque, which is about as French Canadian as you can get.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard that name before.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. There's a lot of them. But
Yeah.
But I was amazed to find out that now I've got to come up and visit some of these places I heard my ancestors were at. But when did you get started with VTubing?
I got started with VTubing about actually a year ago.
And what brought you?
Sorry, go ahead. What brought me in was originally I started watching VTubing 3 years ago prior, and what caught my interest in it was one that solidified it, and then the second got me into it. Well, the first one was the VTuber everyone knows, Iron Mouse, when she first started out,
right?
And she was having her subathon and all that. So I was like, oh, that was when I was first introduced to VTubing,
right? And
then the second one was after a year of watching a certain other VTuber. I don't know if I could say his name or not.
Go ahead.
His name is Dragoon Fire.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm very active in it. I was very active in his chat, and asked for advice because I was like sort of kind of getting ready from, like, if I wanted to, and he gave me some amazing advice. He's like, don't worry about the viewers. If you worry about it, turn off viewer count, and just, if you want, just stream, just like any other day, like you're playing a game, just hit the stream button, just forget it.
Yeah. That way, you're giving the same type of performance to everybody, no matter what in the situation, and you don't. That's what some folks do in the entertainment industry. If they don't know they have an audience, they're not going to dog it.
Yeah,
and they don't have the temptation to. But how did it go for you when you first got started? Was it easy to do?
No, because I came into it with like a big mindset, and if I post a few videos, I'm gonna be one of the lucky ones who'll get famous and all that. But that went on for a few months until I thought to myself, this isn't something that can be what's that word?
Career?
Yeah, a career. So, but I enjoyed it. I met so many people and all of that. Even I still keep to that statement today. Just click start streaming, and if it's just me by myself, or with my friend group, or if anyone else that I play games with.
So what was it? Did you have a group of people that you knew that was doing it before you got started, or did you pick up your friend group later?
I didn't have no one to start with until halfway through my first year of streaming, is that I got into a friend group that I would constantly stream alongside with.
Yeah.
But I decided to go back to going solo, because they did switch to games that I do not prefer to play.
Yeah, you don't need to follow everybody into every cave.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what type of games do you like to stream?
My games I like to stream are a variety of multiplayer games. My main ones are Valorant,
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14, Minecraft, and any other multiplayer games such as Lockdown Protocol and anything that like party games.
Oh yeah. Well, that
Uh,
if you want to get crazy, those are the games to get crazy in.
yeah, exactly. I don't like I per se I don't like single player games. It's just I don't find them very entertaining.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, for streaming.
Yeah. And how does the chat respond to those games with you?
Oh, they enjoy it.
Yeah.
They enjoy it. I'm more. I noticed a difference between uh I would say 3 months back that I get more viewers with multiplayer games than I did with single player games. The same thing with when I post content on TikTok and all of that.
Mm. So, how many of the streaming services and video repositories are you a part of? How far are you stretched?
I'm only on Twitch and TikTok. I do wanna expand to YouTube because I know, when I'm still getting advice, still kind of growing, and
Mhm.
they say I've heard that expanding to other platforms does help
Right.
build up.
Right. Yeah.
So
It's like advertising.
yeah,
But you sometimes you can build up two different audiences, and sometimes you can use it to say, hey, come to this, come to my Twitch channel for more of this if you like it,
yeah,
and it doesn't cost anything, which is good. Just a
yeah.
little some
It doesn't.
time, and just a little bit of time and energy, and maybe you can bring some more folks over, and when you're doing
Oh
that,
yeah.
establish a whole
Me,
thing.
I've enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed my time streaming. I had to get out of that mentality of, why is no one, interacting, or be when I'd have streams when I'd be streaming for like 6 to 8 hours and
Hmm.
not one chatter or no one viewer. I had to get that mentality out of it, and you know,
Yeah,
I wanted to continue with this, and
yeah,
a tree never grows. A tree never grows in a day. So
yeah, yeah. That's true. At least that one you want to keep anyway.
yeah,
Seems like the ones you want to get rid of turn around and grow right again as soon as you take them out. The
yeah.
when you do get started, how long do you think it took for you to get your feet under you and you got really comfortable with it?
I would say my fourth month into streaming because I would try to go the route of doing a schedule,
Hmm.
but the schedule would never work because I'd either be an hour late or I'd be sitting at my PC an hour early, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just stream there, and one of my viewers told me, I had like a a random stream thing, so I decided at that moment to just stop using a schedule and just randomly pop in at random times of intervals because I believe that is like more of a curveball to get more different types of viewers instead of like one
Yep.
set. So I'll be streaming like 3 p.m. or I won't be streaming until like 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So I might have viewers from Europe or Asia, and then in the earlier morning streams, I'll have North Americans, South Americans, and all of that.
Right. Yeah. You do have to kind of spread out a little bit if you want to get that worldwide audience because of the time zones and things. That
Yeah,
doesn't bother you energy wise, does it? Just that you're
no,
no you
no.
get yourself
It
set up.
I've gotten used to it because I have insomnia,
Mm,
so you know being up late, why not use that time to you know stream, see, meet new people, all of that, and try to at least slowly build up my platform when I can.
so since you've been streaming, as have you been able to continue gaming off stream and enjoy it the same way?
Yes, a lot. Most of the games that I play on stream, I also play off stream, such as Final Fantasy 14. That is such a grindy game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I that is like my main point. But right now I haven't had time for it because I've been trying other games with other streamers and viewers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Would you rather be on with other streamers or chat when you're doing the games?
I'd rather play with chat because they're more keen on just enjoying the game and all of that. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I when I do collabs and all of that, I do like to be notified on what date and all the time, so I can try to scrunch up because I do work two jobs as I do this.
Boy.
Yeah, so sometimes even with my insomnia, sometimes I'll be up until like 5 a.m. streaming, and then I have to wake up at 8 a.m. to go to work.
Oh, that's tough.
It's tough, yeah.
Yeah, I hope you're keeping up with your health as far as that goes, because that'll wear you down in a big hurry.
Yeah, it has its moments, where I'd start stream and I'd only be streaming for like 25 minutes before the wave of fatigue hits me.
Yeah, yeah. That if you got a combination of two jobs and insomnia,
Yeah.
that's really tough. I hope you can get that straightened out soon, so you can go without having to feeling like you need a nap every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I did that as a young person, and I can tell you it does catch you eventually. It does.
Oh yeah. Well, especially like my 28th birthday just happened
Yeah.
last month, so it does catch up with me.
Yeah, yeah. At that point, your idea of a wild weekend is like staying in bed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not moving for
I'm not moving. I'm just gonna lie here
yeah.
and pass out.
I'm going to sleep for 30 hours, and you can't stop me.
Yeah, there'd be like some days where on the weekends that I'd just sleep through the whole weekend, and
Yeah,
it that I
yeah.
wouldn't do that again for another month. It'd be like my 1 monthly recharge state.
It's like your vacation time. And
Yeah.
I'm taking time off, bosses, to sleep. Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
well, with this, you're able to keep your energy up for being online. You don't have trouble, hyping yourself up when you do get on and VTube.
Oh no, I do. I still have troubles when I get on it.
Mm.
When I start streaming, um, I have like this anxiety of like, okay, I'm streaming. I need to calm myself down with something, and then uh, calm it down with something, and then probably about 20 to maybe 15 minutes in, I'm usually calm.
Yeah, yeah,
But it does stay there for the rest of the stream. But I'm at that time I'm like talking jittery.
yeah.
If I'm playing a shooter game, you can see my crosshair shake and all of that. But after a while, it just calms down.
The has that affected your gameplay away from the screen? I mean, have you found that there's sometimes you're playing the same game and you get jittery even though you're not on the stream?
Nope, no, my everything else is just like fine. All of that.
Yeah, that's good. You don't be effective a negative way when it comes to
No,
that sort of thing.
yeah.
As far
The
as
one,
go ahead.
so the one thing I do stay away from when it comes to like games that get me jittery are competitive games.
Mm,
I do try to stay away from those like League of Legends, Overwatch. The only one I would say that I play competitively would be Apex and Valorant, but
yeah,
that would be it.
yeah, yeah, and that would be really tough for me to do and keep any type of contact with chat because I'd be concentrating too much on trying to beat
Yeah.
somebody, and that would I would be definitely trying to get my win rather than saying hello to somebody who just came into the stream.
Yeah, I've gotten used to playing those types of games. It took me, I would say, half a year to multitask and play and talk to chat and all of that.
Yeah.
It was an experience because I'd be so into the game, and I'd look after the match, I'd look to chat, and it'd be someone would say something, and that was like 20 minutes ago, and I'd feel so bad.
Oh, yeah. That's really tough. I would feel bad myself. Try to call them up. Like, no, really. Yeah, I appreciate you being on.
Yeah.
But who do you like to watch? Do you watch other people now at this point, or you strictly
Yeah.
stay with broadcasting?
I do watch people on, like, the channel that I do stream on is my main Twitch account that I also follow.
Yeah.
I the main channels I watch are usually like games that I don't play,
Mm.
like streamers who play Dead by Daylight or League of Legends. I like watching them. I don't like playing them.
I couldn't play Dead by Daylight at all. I'd just be on a hook.
Yeah, I've tried it. Most of my games are spent on the hook.
Yes, be like, okay, there I am again. I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, anything that'd be like that horror genre, I couldn't possibly do. I just don't have the temperament for it, unfortunately. But with what you're doing now with the games, is there something that you'd like to stream that you haven't streamed yet?
There there is a game that I would like to stream, but it goes into a whole class of genre of games on for my channel.
Um,
Is like JRPGs.
really? Yeah.
Yes, JRPGs like Star Ocean or the YS series.
Oh, cool.
I do want to restream all the Final Fantasies from the first one to recent,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it too much on stream. I
Yeah.
feel that's more like of a guilty pleasure, like just for my own just to keep for myself. But I probably will in the future,
Yep.
but it's not something right now I would do.
Yeah. Yeah. So you say your average, about how much average do you think a week that you're able to stream?
I try to stream at least daily.
Mm.
Sometimes I think the longest interval have not streamed for is at least 2 days.
Oh my.
But like I said, I like to pop stream randomly. On social media, I do post when I stream, so
Yeah.
some of my collab partners and viewers know that I'm like all over the place, and I don't mind. I've stated in other people's streams that if you want to just come and watch and all of that, that's fine. Pop in just for a second. I don't mind it. It basically, I just want to mentalities, just stream and just make like funny moments and things and all of that.
Enjoy yourself and have other people enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So is that kind of your goal right now with the channel? Has it evolved into that?
It has evolved into that because in the beginning I was streaming like the mainline games, League of Legends, Valorant, which I still play, but it was like the main games, CS:GO, PUBG. But at those times, I'm not really good at competitive games, and I do feel like I do have an anger issue with competitive games. Everyone else, and
Yeah.
I don't want that to be my persona.
Yeah. You don't want to be trademarked or pigeonholed like that either.
Yeah, I don't want someone to come into my channel and all they'll be hearing is like swearing and
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Or to be trying to get you into it if you're
Yeah, exactly.
oh, you've enjoyed yourself too much. You gotta do something wrong for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I try.
Go ahead.
Oh, good.
So you
Sorry.
try to what?
I try to lean against those games. The only time I will play them is when is either with my friends or when if someone wants to collab like that. I don't mind collabing with those games,
Mm-hmm.
but they're ever rarely because all the people that I've met, they don't play those games for the same reasons.
Mm-hmm. So has it been easy for you to find collaborative partners?
Yes, it has. It has. In the beginning, it was difficult. Um, when I started, my first collab was like 3.5 months after I first started, and that was with my old model as well.
Wow. And
And
that did that go well, the first one?
it went really well. I was a nervous wreck the first time,
Yeah,
but
I can imagine.
but going after all of that and becoming part of like you know the VTuber community and all of that, it's so welcoming. It's like everyone's just you know everyone wants to collab. Well, not everyone, but everyone that I knew wanted to collab and all of that. But I noticed that it was after my rebranding.
Mm.
So I kind of knew that. Plus, I wanted to rebrand because I felt like my old model didn't fit my personality as well.
Yeah. And once you did make that transition over, seemed like folks got into it a little bit more with you. They were a little more interested in you and your character.
Yeah, because my old model was a lich. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was a lich, but he was like more dark and like gloomy themed.
Right, right. Well,
And from what I heard from previous collabers I've been, and I've been around watching your streams, and they've told me that my model was a bit unapproachable because of it. So I was like, oh, that's understandable. I don't mind, if someone be's upfront with me. So I decided to make a rebrand as while I was streaming with that model before I switched to this one.
cool. Yeah, and it sounds like it's worked out pretty good for you.
It has worked out.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do with the model? Now that you're at the model you're currently at?
The model right now I'm currently at, I have two.
Okay.
The second one is my 1.5 model, and then later next year I want to go into my 2.0 model,
Okay.
but it is still gonna be like the same country VTuber, but the second model is gonna be more intertwined into like Canadian culture, like the animal facts and everything like that. Because I want. You ever hear of those that little comic Country Balls?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
It's a little comic series of like these little circular balls, and there's Canada, US, and all of that. And
Uh-huh.
I looked over like through the community to see if there's like a community of like country VTubers who whose personas are like the country they live in.
Right.
And I couldn't find one. I was like, since I live in Canada, I could become that.
Yes. Well, I mean, Canada is very diverse
Yeah,
as far as it goes. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily lump the folks from Quebec in with folks from British Columbia.
yeah.
uh,
I'm trying to put it more to my culture. I'm Aboriginal,
hmm
so
uh,
I'm trying to like more put it to that thing, but not change too much.
yeah. Are you part of the tribes up there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the plight of the tribes in Canada is a story that folks in the United States don't know much about. They don't even know much about their own, let alone what the tribes up in Canada have to deal with. Uh, have you found that when do people find out about that and treat you differently online when they find out that you are part of the tribes?
I try to avoid, but I'm not openly opposed to it. Like there are some people who've you know uh looked at my accent, and they're like, "Are you,
Yeah.
are you part of the, are you Aboriginal, or some viewers would say Native American?" So,
Yeah.
and I'd openly say, yeah, I'm not too far, but it's not something I'd like go around like, hey, I'm a Native American VTuber.
Right.
You want to collect? So, no,
Yeah.
that's not something I want to push onto.
I always try to say part of the tribes because I know that the cultures are different and all of that up there. I don't want to get into labeling people too much
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when it comes to things, but it is um there are a lot. If people should take a look and see what's happening up there. It's not always it's not the greatest of
It is not.
situations. And I pray that it gets better for everybody up there. But it's folks would be surprised. I think at what's been happening up there. Um, with that, and with that you're representing Canada, um, have you thought about maybe in the future doing kind of some type of history type stream along those lines of of the tribes and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I that was actually on the like my back burner. I really wanted to do it for my rebranding, but at that time I was thinking of maybe if I should postpone it to the next year's 2.0 release, but I do have material already, you know, ready for history, because there are some people from, the European nations and, Asian countries that who are, fond of, Aboriginals and all of that, and like
Hmm.
the first time, they want to learn the culture.
Yeah, yeah, and it's extremely rich, and I hope that more people do find out more about it. It's a very important part of history in general, especially North American history. Um, the streaming right now, what is there a short term goal for you now that you've kind of adjusted your sights a little bit? And is there have you kept your goals or have you changed them up a little bit?
Um, I've kept my goals when I started first. I wanted to see if I can end my first year at least. It was a kind of a big small goal. I wanted at least to see if I can get a certain amount of followers, but with how algorithm works and all of that. But I also wanted, one of my other goals was to at least, you know help help back the uh to use my channel to help back the VTubing community, because I do use, even though my channel is very small, I do try to boost up even creators who are starting out.
Yep. Yeah,
And so
that's a great
that's
thing.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of my main goals that I want to do for a channel. If it ever like blows up, I wanna I wanna try to help smaller accounts, flourish, because I've been doing that. Oh, sorry, my cat. I've been doing that for a bit now, and I've helped smaller accounts, but sometimes it's not for them, and then they disappear.
Yeah, yeah. It's to some people it's just you dip your toe in the water and the water's too cold or too hot. It's that's all there is to it, and sometimes it takes a little while for them to realize that. But it sounds like to me once you've got in, you've enjoyed yourself.
I've been really enjoying myself lately. I've met like so many people. I've been part of like many major collabs,
Hmm.
even for a channel my size. I do also enjoy meeting you, like there's so many unique, VTubers out there.
Oh, there definitely is.
Yeah,
That's
so
that's why I'm
I'd
doing
love to.
this because so many different people and different stories, such as yourself. It's and so many interesting people. It's just an amazing group of folks, and I am very happy that you came on with me and introduced yourself and we got to know you a little bit. Uh,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah. Now, folks, we're going to have links for Derpalolich on the interview channel in the description. So if you want to check out what Derpalolich is up to, please do, and support this person, because hey, Canada is our friend. So,
Yeah.
support Canada. Thank you so much for coming on. And let me know you got some big stuff coming up, and we'll promote it for everybody. Okay?
All right. In March of next year, my 2.0 model will be released, but at Christmas time, I will be posting on social media on what it will look like, and pretty soon I will be having a raffle.
Okay.
I have sunk in the money for the VTuber community, and I wanted to give something back. I am raffling off a fully 2D VTuber model for anyone who's a PNG, who's a chibi, anyone who'd like a model. It's coming out of my own money, and I'm working alongside an artist for it. But it is still not ready. It should be ready by November.
All right, so folks, that's just another reason to check out what Derpalolich has got going on. I really do appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. And
yes, thank you for having me.
And we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.